Welcome. It's Blades. And let's explore. So, C++, adding a library. Well, here we go. We've talked a bit about C++ being functional, and that you can use, once you've written a function, you don't need to write it again, and you can use other people's functions, as in the standard library. Well, other people have written libraries, me included, and you can use those as well. Luckily, they're on the internet. So, let's battle this one through. We're on Windows, remember. If you're on Linux, I apologise for this. You're going to be flabbergasted because it's already on your machine. What we're going to do is we're just going to pop over to a place called SDL2. Okay? Simple Direct Media Layer. That is a C++ stable version of a library which does quite a few different things. And if you go down here, Linux, please contact your distribution maintainer. Yeah, very funny. It's on your distro. Trust me, I know. I use Linux. What we're going to be doing here is, because we are not using Visual Studio, which you would use that one, the top one for Visual Studio. If that's what you're using, good luck. But for me, I'm using Visual Studio Code and I'm doing cross-platform development, so wallop. Get it saved. Have I already got it? There's a question. Let's just have a quick look in my downloads. Yeah, just download it. And close it anyway, not really caring. Right, just get it downloaded, takes 10 seconds. Yes, I was looking into pre-make. That didn't work out too well either. SDL2 comes as a tar. Yeah. I used Unrar from the Windows Store to, well, open it. Once I'd opened it, I then used... what was the next one? I then used ziprar to extract the file that was inside. Yeah. I did. The file that was inside... oops. I moved to a new location here in dependencies. I don't know if it's still there actually. I don't think it is. I've probably deleted it by now. So repos, programming, explore a new subfolder next to C++ called dependencies. And I put whatever it was that was in there here. I then went into the i386 folder and took out the include SDL2 and also the libs, and it's got to be from the i386, well, for me x64 it was for me, because I'm on an x64 system. If you're not, you'll have to do the 86 one, I suppose, times 86 one. And it came up with all of these. Do I really need all of these? I don't know. So I just copied them straight across on the libs. And that's fine. That's that done. So we now have an dependencies with include, and you can see SDL2 with all of its bits and pieces that came across with it. And I have a libs full of libs, So I decided to use them. Wow, was that a struggle. So let's start with what I changed. See, is that new? Could well be. CPP properties, if you don't know how to get that. Command palette. C, type in C, stroke C++, and edit configurations. There you go, C++ comes up with this one. Edit it whatever you need. That's okay there. That's alright. That's alright. That's alright. I'm not happy with the include path on this one, but hey ho. What did I have? That's what I'm interested in is what did I have? I think I've changed this here to G++. I think that's the differences. C underscore properties, there it is. Okay, can I do that? Yeah. Yeah, so all I've changed is one line in there, GCC to G++ to make sure we're cross-platform. Everything else has stayed the same. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. That's a good one. Yeah, it's a long list, isn't it? I know. That doesn't matter. What else have I modified here? Well, CPP, yeah. Profile. We've added these lines here. So include path plus equals $$ PWD, project working directory or program working directory, whatever you want to call it. We go up one, across to the dependencies, and into include. For the append path, it's up one, across the dependencies, and into libs. So we're in C++, so it's up one to explore, across the dependencies, and into these two. On the lib side, we have to plus equals minus L mingw32, because if you don't, it'll do it at the end, because it's G++. And if it doesn't come first, it doesn't work. So it puts it in at the end, and that's useless. And then we need libs plus minus capital L $$ pwd, up one across the dependencies, down into libs, and then space minus L, not one, L. Lowercase SDL2 main has to come first. Order is important. Minus L, SDL2. Order is very important at that point, and my throat's going. I thought it might. Oh, it's been a long day. Headers. Ah, yes. I want to add a header. Can I add a header? Can I add something I haven't written yet? Of course I can. Source. I can add anything I want, and I'm going to call it module 1. No H, just module 1. That'll do. Doesn't have to be a .h, it can be anything you want, as long as it's a text file. I'll pop that in source here. So file, new file, module 1. There you go. Guess what it's going to say in it? It's going to say, whoops, hash pragma wants. So it looks like a header file, but it doesn't pick up that it's C++, does it? That's perfectly alright, because I don't care. And that's just going to be strings and module 1, and then it's going to be / what we got in there, split string .h. just like that. And if we do any more in module 1, we'll just add them there. There we go. That's saved out, and that's all there is, isn't there, to module 1 at the moment. That will be expanded later, I guess. So we've talked about C++ here. I've added that. That's good. And no, that's the same. Everything else there is the same. Everything else up here is exactly the same. So that is now up to date. Did I not change anything else up here? No, I didn't. Wow, have I done well today. So let's have a look at the new program, shall we? The new program goes something like this. Hash includes source module 1. There you go. Looks a bit better now, doesn't it? Yes, you can do that. You're allowed to. You're allowed to break every rule in the book. You can do what you want. Hash include SDL2 stroke SDL.h. It should pick up on it. So as soon as you type in SDL2, it should pick up on it. I'll show you what I mean. Hash include whatever system you're using. SDL2, there it is. And then you put slash in, and it comes up straight with it. No problem. Excellent, so everything's working nicely there. Printf, welcome to C++, yeah. Well, return. Enable the standard application logging. In other words, a logging system. That's interesting. We've now got one of those. That's something worth looking at, actually, because we actually have a log system. Load the SDL library. Init audio and init events. I don't want audio. I want init underscore. I want events. You can do everything, so it does everything. Don't want game controllers. Haptic, yeah, right, whatever. Joysticks, no. No parachute, no thank you. Sensors, no. Timers, yes. Video, no. There we go. And that's an OR. The logical OR. Shift / for me next to the Z key, because I'm British. On American keyboards, I think it's up near your escape key on the top left, next to the number 1, if I can remember rightly. Could be there. It's not the 2 dashes, it's a straight down line. Lovely. If that is less than 0, in other words, it doesn't work, SDL log error, and couldn't initialize SDL. % string, you see, we can put strings in, and the string we're going to put in comes after the comma. So that's going to be a string that returns. So, no, it's a const char star. So yeah, it's a string. Else, printf, SDL works, and if it does work, because we're not doing anything else, I've just SDL quit. There we go, system pause, return 0. Simple program, absolutely simple program. And because we did all of that setup, we can now just click the green arrow. Everything runs through quite happily. We get the warnings for the args, which is fine. SDL works, press any key to continue. Yeah, thank you. SDL works, press any. No, that's wrong. Forgot a \n. There you go. Sorry, my bad. If you're wondering about the int arg v char ** args, I don't like it that way. Prefer that way. Makes more sense to my mind. There you go. That's what it really says. It means a strings, a list of strings, and that is how many. So that's the number of inputs. So if you're on a terminal and you type in, say, G++, and then you put in version, well, arg 1 would be / version, and you can check for it in here, and you would put a print, and it would, this is just a printf, or some printfs, or std couts, and it just tells you what you got. I've got 8.2. Well, I didn't know that. There you go. See, it is part of GCC, it's just G++ is more universal. Seems to work anyway. What are we going to do about the warnings? What do I always do about these warnings? What do I normally do? It's char star. Yeah, okay, fine. I can printf. I'll show you what they are. And it's just going to be an int, which is, let's do it as a sentence, shall we? So, command %d equals %s, comma, and it will be count, comma, args, count, semicolon. And that has to go in a for loop. For int count equals 0 to count less than or equal to argv, there we go, we've used that one now. Count ++. Oh, spelled that wrong, haven't I? Whoops. Just tap that in so you know it's part of that statement, and separate it off because it's a for loop. That's, I'm not scoping it because it's just one command. Like this, it's just one command. You don't really need the brackets. You can just take the brackets away and put it up a line. It depends how you prefer it. With the else there, though, I would put black brackets because that one's 2 lines. Let's see if it works. Save. There we go. Command 0 equals command 1 equals null. SDL works. You can see the problem already that I've got. I don't know. All you have to do to solve your problem is space /n. That'll get rid of a few problems. Have we got any more printf commands I've really doodled up here? Didn't really need the second one, did we? It was null. So the last on the count is always going to be null. So what you can do is, all you do is take out the equals. So the last part of argv will be a null return, which means the end of your arguments. As you don't need to check for it because you already know it's there, you just put less than instead of less than and equal to. So you get command 0 equals run c++.exe, which is exactly what we did. Now, you're thinking, does it work? Well, hopefully, yeah. How can we find out? That's more interesting. Well, you can probably find out from a terminal. I think that's probably the best way of doing it. CD, where are we? Explore. And now it's easier to remember. Plus. I think we're in debug, aren't we? I think we are. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, we are. So if I take C++, and then I type in minus test, no test required. That's what it does. And you can check for any command you want within your program and take an action on it. Clever, huh? And the last thing that was missing was 3 stars, because I wanted nice and neat. There you go. SDL works, everything works. There you go, there's your program for today. How's about that? Don't really need these spaces in. It makes it readable. Leave it in. That's all it's for, readability. So that's your introduction to SDL. It's a nightmare, an absolute nightmare to do it. But I've got some good news for you. That's got nothing to do with why I wanted SDL. The real thing I wanted was that. Completely different place on the internet, we've got SDL_net 2.0. Well, on Linux, that comes with SDL2, or you might actually have to go to your manager, apt, or yum, or whatever it is, and ask for this one, because it doesn't look as though it's standard. Again, look at what we've got. No. No. Go on then. Save it out. Open folder. Right click, extract. There we go. And that's now gone somewhere else. Oh, it's in documents. Oh, thank you. So I can close unrar. And which one am I doing now? The net, the top one. Finished with you, the bottom one. You can go now. Move. Open with zip rar extractor. And later. And thank you for the adverts. Unpack folder. Destination folder is D downloads. Back to D downloads. Okay, unpack then. There we go. Back to D downloads we go. And that's what I want. So I'm going to cut it from there. And we are going to go to... Where are we now? Oh, we're on C drive. God, it goes all over the place. That is a right mess. Repos. Programming. Explore. Paste. Thank you. The I686, sorry, that folder. That's the one I meant to say, isn't it? Include SDL2, copy. And now we can just go to dependencies and drop it into the include. So paste. Thank you. That should now have all the .NET stuff. There it is, SDL.NET. There we go. Lovely. Explore. And it's that one again. Libs. Whatever you've got, I don't really care. Copy. And you can go into our dependencies. Libs. Paste. Magic. That's what I wanted. That's all I wanted was those 3 files. I don't want the rest of this. But hey, isn't life fun? You can't always get what you want. So I'll delete that. Thank you. I'll delete you too as well now. Thank you. Now, after we have done that, we now, hopefully, can write if SDL underscore net. No, it's not, is it? It's not net. Let's see then. No. It's one of these and I've forgotten how to do it already. I don't believe this. I'm really good at remembering stuff, aren't I? SDL net. Okay. How do you do it then? Documentation. Docs. Getting started. Compiling includes compiling. Functions. General. SDL capital N. Good grief. Good grief. So, SDL capital N ET underscore init, and it's not picking it up. Because I haven't included it. That's why. Hash include. So it's SDL2 slash SDL net. Nope. That one. There. Underscore net.h. And it's just less than 0. There's nothing goes inside that one. Then no, well, let's do it properly. Let's do it properly. So print f. It's taken me this long to get this far. I'm going to do it properly for once. We should use a log thingy here, shouldn't we, really? But, well, hey ho. Printf. SDL net failed to initialize. \n. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that is very bad. Because that means I can't put it there. Got to put it there. Yep, you can embed these, folks. You can do as many as you want of these lovely scopes, as long as they go inside each other quite nicely. That's that. Yep. Else. Printf. It's just putting things in the right places with scopes. Let's see. SDL net works. Bling. I love it when a program comes together. And then it will be SDL net. Yeah. Underscore quit. Follows the same kind of thing. There you go. That's the order that you've got to do it all in. You have to get SDL to work before you try and do SDL net, and then if SDL does work, sorry, net does work, it has to be, you have to come out of it first. So you can see that there's this little pyramid starting up, and that's the problem with SDL. SDL is a pyramid functional type of thing, and it gets really annoying. But we'll see. We'll see if we have to go that far. Let's see if we get anything working. Pre-launch task, build C++ terminated with exit code 2. Well, yes it will. And why is that, Blades? Because we don't have it in our profile, do we? No, we don't. Okay, we can get rid of that example. So, back to here. It's minus L SDL, and I don't know, but I can look. Which one is it going to be? SDL2 underscore net. Yeah, I'll go with that. SDL2 underscore lowercase net. And that's why I was looking, because I needed to know that. Include and libs is fine. Let's give that a save. Let's give that a click and see what I've forgotten now. Anything? Nope. Nothing? Interesting. Right, I got nothing. Absolutely nothing. Great. I don't believe it. How can I get it wrong at that point? Because all the dependencies and everything are on the include above. So the includes in... okay. That's alright, yeah. Okay. Explore. C++. That'll do. What's wrong with my build? Please. What? According to that, it worked. Okay. Typical, isn't it? But it doesn't do anything. Doesn't register a thing. Make clean. If in doubt, clean it out. It's just build, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, that's correct. So everything's correct. As far as I'm concerned, there's no problem with that whatsoever. Unless it's arguing about that thing there. Okay. So we're all done. That's it. The fact that it doesn't do anything is fine. I don't care. As long as it's working and it's not, how can you put it? Messing me up. I've probably got something else running on here that I've got it hidden behind or something, knowing my blooming luck. Is it hidden behind here? No, okay. Didn't it quit? Yeah. Ah, yeah, there's the get error. That's fine. Absolutely fine. So I can close that. I can close that. And if I take that line to that line, edit, toggle line comment, save, and there, run. There we go. SDL works. SDLnet may be a bit more tricky. We're not too sure yet, but SDL works, and we know that it's working. That's good. I'll go and fix SDLnet and give you the results in the next episode, as usual. There's always something extra for me to do, isn't there? So once we've got that up and running, I'll be able to do networking according to SDL2._net. I said .net for a minute. Oh God, Microsoft's getting into my veins. Yikes! Right, well, before I go completely insane, I'm gonna get out of here quick and do a runner for the door. So catch you later. In the meantime, take care, have fun.